I'll admit, unboxing a brand new TV or item never to have been used before is satisfying, but damn, it can be expensive. And I've bought a lot of open box items like TVs and soundbars, even things like Apple TVs and mounts. In this video, I'm not just going to show you where to get open box or cheaper deals on these products, but what you need to think about before you even head to the stores or online. Let's get into it. What's up, it's B the Installer. It's about that time. Specifically after the holidays in mid-January and again after the Super Bowl is the best time to find an open box TV, and there are deals to be had. I'm going to go over the specifics on what you should be thinking about going in, what resources to use on the spot, and what to avoid. And I'm actually going to finish the video with my best open box story, and it's a good one. Before that, please make sure to smash the like button if you don't mind. It really helps more people to see this video. And this video specifically could help a lot of people looking to save money. So take a hot second, smash it. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and really set the notification bell to all, because that's how you get notified of a new video. And let me know in the comments below, what is the best deal that you found on a TV or soundbar or really any electronic product? I'm really curious to find out how you found out about it and then how you saved on getting it open boxed or refurbished. And that might be a good place to start right there. I want to remind you that there's a difference between new, refurbished, and open boxed. So as you know, new is new. It hasn't been opened or taken home. Once a product is taken home, it's not new anymore and it can't be sold as new again. So if you ever get to a store and they're selling something open as new and there's no discount, then I just choose another unit so you don't have to argue about it later. If something's listed as refurbished, it means it's been back to the service center with some sort of defect. Maybe there was a recall on a part that goes into the product, and then after fixing 1,000 of them, they've listed them as refurbished units online. And many times there's nothing wrong with buying a refurbished product. I've actually purchased a lot of refurbished headphones for 30% off, and I've gotten refurbished remotes before as well. I think on almost all the products that I've purchased that were refurbished, I had no problem getting them serviced when I took them to Apple Care or whoever made the product. But that can differ, so definitely check out the fine print. However, I don't have a ton of experience with refurbished TVs, nor do I know how common it is to come across them. And to be honest, I may be more hesitant to start off with a product with a known fix before I got it home. And that's just my opinion for TVs. But I have come across a ton of open box TVs, which is completely different. This is simply where someone bought the TV and then returned it for one reason or another, but it's 100% in working condition. Well, most of the time. Or it's possible that the TV was listed as open box is a floor model, but percentage-wise, especially Best Buy or other big retailers, like 1 of 20 or 1 of 50 TVs was on display, while the rest are just people deciding they can't afford a TV or it's the wrong size or many other reasons. You can ask a store if a specific TV or product you're looking at was the floor model, and they should be able to tell you. But as far as the ones that were bought and then returned, I look at it as their loss and your gain. But you have to put that gain in perspective on a few fronts. And I'm going to go over this in the exact manner in which I would consider an open box TV. There are 3 important things to think about on a TV, which are: what size TV do I need? Will I wall mount it or put it on a stand? And lastly, what will I connect to the TV? The first is easy. You should always know what size TV you can have in a room, whether it's new or open boxed. So likely you already have this figured out. Just make sure if you plan on buying a 65-inch TV and you come home with an 85-inch open box that you have the space and the spouse isn't going to make you take the walk of shame back to return a return. Now, the placement of the TV is also important for an open box. Not because one TV is better to be wall mounted or on a stand, but because many of the open box TVs are missing parts. And you don't want to find out that the only missing part in the box was the feet and you had planned on setting it on a new TV stand. Finding the exact feet for a TV is not super easy, but I normally wall mount TVs anyways, but just make sure you're ready to make those decisions on the fly. And the same with connectivity. Most big box stores require the remote and feet to be in the box for returns. But when you actually check the boxes for those things, quite often they tend to be missing. And again, this isn't always a big deal, and you can overcome a missing remote by purchasing a new one online, or worst case, a media and cable box remotes typically do the basics for your TV, So if there was to be a missing remote, you can look online and see if it would be easy to buy and what that cost was. And if you can save $200 by buying it online, it's probably worth it. So after you've considered your size, location, and connectivity, you can get to the store and start looking for a specific TV. This is where having your phone in hand and ready to check out Ratings.com can be very helpful. Ratings.com is one of the best sites around for quickly scoring a TV. And even though some of the numbers vary based on what you may need a TV for, the overall scoring is very useful. Anything over an 8.0, fantastic TV. Anything from 7 to 8, still quite good. And there's also a spot in TVs under Tools where you can enter the model numbers of two different TVs and see how they compare. So if you have one new TV that's being outperformed on Ratings.com by an open box, and you can also save money on that open box, then you have the ammo needed when making that purchasing decision. So now you really have all the tools needed and you are headed in or online to start. The best deals may take a little work, as I'll tell you with my example shortly, so prepared to sweat a little if needed. If you have a specific model in mind, you may be able to see on Best Buy's website that there's an open box at a store by isolating the specific location in mind. Then you can change stores to see if they'll have stock of TVs and speakers as they're updated independently at each store. But if you're just looking for a great deal percentage-wise, and you're fairly confident that you can avoid the real dud products, then just head into the local store and check it out. Now, there are varying degrees on how much of an open box it is, or even if there is a box, and that should definitely correlate to the pricing. If you see a TV that you're down for, you should move in to make sure there's no physical damage on the product, or maybe just a little bit of physical damage. I highly recommend taking the TV or product out of the box and checking it right there at the store. Obviously, turn it on to make sure there are no cracks in the display and that it's working on the inside. Then I'm checking to see the bezel around the edge and the back to see if there's any signs of physical damage there too. And to be honest, I'm hoping there's a few scratches as long as it's not on the screen. That can be where the real money is. The most obvious issues like physical damage and lack of stand or remote are really hard for the managers to ignore at the store. Then it may just come down to what it'll take that TV to get sold. But before you can agree to purchase a product, you need to know if the warranty is intact. And I'm going to keep this part short because it may vary on the vendor or even the product manufacturer. Many sales reps will try and have you add an extended warranty on a TV, and I would say it's going to be an added layer of protection on an open box TV. You just never know. So definitely find out the exact level of warranty that comes with an open box versus a new product and get it in writing. And if it's not sufficient, get the extended warranty with the savings on the open box TV. Now, all of this work has a point, and that's to save money for the extended warranty or to pay for a soundbar that you would have had to fork over the cash for if the TV was perfectly new. So what should you be saving in order to take the unit that was at someone else's home? Or it may or may not have all the parts. Now, this is a push and pull, but surely it's not $20 off of a $1,000 TV. Two former Best Buy employees and myself have agreed that we would be expecting to save at least 10% off the lowest sales price for the minimal hassles you'll incur. But if there's scratches on the screens, I'll pass. If there's scratches on the back, awesome, lower price. If there's no remote or feet, look it up online and find the price, and then subtract 2 or 3 times that off the price that they're offering. Do you see how this works? Use your sales skills. Maybe get the extended warranty included. I mean, what's the worst they can say? No? Likely they're going to say yes, and they're going to sell you the product for the lower price because they really just want to get it out of the store. So make a reasonable offer. And I have another secret. If you take an open box home and it's just complete junk or it breaks, now they're most likely going to be obligated to sell you a new unit at that open box price. That's right. On many occasions, I've had clients who went in and bought an open box and just took their word for it. And when I got there to install it, the screen was completely shattered. So again, that's why I'm always opening them and turning them on in the store. But in all the instances with those clients, I was able to go back into the store with my client and get them a brand new unit for the same price as the broken TV. So you do have that as backup. And me personally, before I started reviewing TVs, I always bought open box units. As I said before, as long as the screen is legit, I'm all about a scratch here or there to save another $100. And my best purchase at Best Buy, well, besides computers, like every single computer I've ever bought has been open box, Always great deal on computers, so definitely check those out. But my best TV buy was a few years ago before I started this channel when I needed a new TV, which is a big deal for me. And I was looking at the 2016 Samsung KS8000 open box after Christmas. My wife and I had a budget of like $500, so I knew I was working with at least $750. I'm kidding, not really. So of course, I see a 55-inch Samsung SUHD TV for $1,200 marked down to $1,000, and it had my interest. And if you don't know, it's a really nice TV. It had the One Connect box and the newer style remote. So I took it out of the box to find that it had a few scratches on the back, but nothing on the screen. Yes. But it didn't have a One Connect box. And I only found this out after the manager and I were sitting there for like 15 minutes trying to figure out how to turn the TV on. And maybe the One Connect box should have given it away. So there just so happened to be a 65-inch Samsung KS9000 curve open box next to it, which was like $1,500 marked down to $1,200. And the manager had already told me that he'd sell the TV for roughly $900 without knowing that there was no One Connect box. So I was bound and determined to get this $1,200 TV for $900-ish. And of course, my wife was somewhere else, so I didn't get distracted from my mission. I asked and was granted permission to see if the KS9000 One Connect box would work for the KS8000. And after setting it all up, including opening a brand new Amazon stick to make sure that it would send signal properly through to the TV and function, I had success. And I wish I had pictures of all this because literally the TV and parts were all over the Best Buy TV department. So with the One Connect box from a larger, more expensive TV, the KS8000 with some scratches on the back, and the fact that it was hard enough for someone with some experience to piece this all together, I ended up getting this TV that was $1,200 retail for $700. So all of this teaches me a few things. Know what you want before you go in. Look online and isolate the products if possible. Check out a few stores and be ready with something like Ratingscom to compare TVs that may be possible. And when you get there, absolutely take the product out of the box, make sure it works, check for damage, and see what parts are missing. You simply can't take the word of employees that have so much volume going through their stores. How could they possibly know the condition of all the TVs? And make sure the store eats the cost of missing items. Go hard, get a big discount. If there's any physical damage or the warranty is lessened or voided, then really put the screws to them. So what do you think? What TV or product are you going to get open box? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear the best stories. Make sure to smash the like button on your way out, subscribe, and set the notification bell to all so you get my next video upload. And just like that, you can be the installer.